Oh, dear.
Oh, what a sap I've been. The sweetest little wife in the world. And I let you lure me into this.
Well, don't blame me. Blame Miller.
Hello there.
Oh, so you finally got here.
Yes, and gave up a perfectly good fishing trip to straighten you fellows out. Why, I was catching them.
What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Our wives have got all our money. We are broke.
Give me the lowdown on this.
I will. This little middle-aged reprobate.
Say, Sally, do you really think the boys meant anything wrong last night?
Well, no man carries a woman around on his back just for exercise.
Yes, I know, but I didn't catch Tom doing anything.
No. He probably did his freewheeling before we got there.
But we've no direct evidence for divorce.
Well, any judge knows that you can't play around with fire without getting burnt.
Ouch.
Oh, that's hot. I burnt my thumb.
And that's the truth and nothing but the truth.
I see. Well, now, don't worry about it. I'll iron the thing out. Why, there's nothing to it. Now, you boys go to your rooms and wait for me. I'll be right back.
And Charlie, make it soon.
Oh, I hope he's right.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm afraid there's not much hope, Tubby.
God, cheer up, old kid. With Miller on the job, our wives will be over here in no time, weeping on our shoulders, begging us to take them back. I've seen that bird before a jury.
Yes, you can be cheerful if you like. I know, Eve. I tell us not a chance in the world. And it's all your fault. If you hadn't...
Hello, handsome. Greetings, Tubby.
How did you get here?
A $2 bill and an obliging chambermaid.
Holy mackerel! And our wives not half a block away.
Now listen, girls. Get dressed and get out of here as quickly as you can. If our wives ever catch you, there'll be a double murder.
Well, Tom, we're in terrible trouble.
She's in terrible trouble. Oh, you don't know what trouble is.
No? Well, we bought it out of stock on margin. And our broker says if we don't raise $20,000 before tomorrow noon, he'll sell us out.
20,000? A mere bag of shells.
We were just wondering if you wouldn't help us. It's only 10,000 apiece, and that isn't much for millionaires like you.
Not much. I'd like to get my hooks into 10,000 cents.
Cleo, we haven't a dime to our names.
Oh, don't make me laugh.
Oh, it's the truth. In a rash moment, we gave everything we had to our wives.
That's the new one. The first time that's ever been pulled on us. I'd like to check up on this. I never heard of anything so ridiculous, a man giving all his property to his wife. I think I'll just phone your wife.
No, Cleo, please. Please, don't do that.
You call our wives, I'll call the undertaker.
No, Charlie, you can't tell me that 4 people have to get into bathing suits in order to talk over contracts.
But, Sally, there's nothing improper about that.
Where do you think I was brought up, in a dumbwaiter?
Well, nothing really happened.
I think I know Tubby better than you do.
Oh, give the boys a chance. They're in their hotel room right now, waiting to be forgiven.
He's right, Sally. Come on, let's go over. We can at least have a talk with them.
No, there's no good can come of our going over there.
Sally, if you were on a jury, would you condemn a man to be hanged on circumstantial evidence?
I don't believe in capital punishment. That's why I'm not going back to Tubby.
Oh, come on, Sally. Let's go over.
Yes, do.
All right, I'll go. But something tells me this expedition is going on the rocks. All right.
Sure, everything's going to be...
Oh, now, come along. Why, of course, we're going to take care of you. But we can't do that until we've fixed everything up with our wives. Stop! Oh, now, unlock that door.
Oh, no, my dear boy.
All right, I'll unlock it myself.
You try it and I'll scream. Do you want to hear me scream?
No. Shh. Oh, you nearly gave me heart failure.
Here it is. It's probably the house stick.
Shh. Who is it?
It's Eve, Tom. Sally and I want to speak to you for a minute. Think fast. We can still save you.
No. Oh, get down.
So, this is Mexico. Well, I hope you're satisfied. They brought their lily pads with them.
Sally, believe it or not, these girls are not here with us.
Yes, I can see that, Tubby. You're waiting for a ferry boat.
No, get off my lap.
Well, you didn't say that last night.
Oh, so there was a last night.
Tubby, where's Tom? Just a moment. Your wife's here. Mrs. Martin, this situation calls for divorce, I believe.
Calls for it. It's screaming for alimony.
No, I won't stand for that.
Oh, sit down and take a load off your mind.
This is an outrage. Listen, Mrs. Smith. Don't try and talk my wife into a divorce. She can't get it.
Oh, yes, she can. And we can help them.
I don't see how. Eve, these girls are framing us.
If we testify that these boys brought us here with the promise of making us film stars, and then made advances to us...
Made advances to you? You little gold digger.
Would that be worth $10,000 apiece?
$10,000 to get rid of Tubby? Chicken feed.
You can depend on us. Come, Ned.
Sally, I'm your husband. You go home.
I'm through with you. I'm going to stay here and be kissed by a Spaniard. Come on, Eve.
Now, boys. Don't get stampeded. I'll stop these divorces. How? Get this. If you can manage, under any pretext, to spend a night under the same roof with your respective wives, that stops the divorce.
What are you talking about?
Well, the law will construe that as condoning your offense. In other words, that your wives have forgiven you and they can't get a divorce, don't you see?
Isn't that just like Miller?
Well, what's the matter?
You're not a married man, are you?
No.
No. And you've never flirted with a girl and then tried to make your wife grin and like it, have you?
No.
No, of course you haven't. If you had, you wouldn't make such an asinine suggestion. Spend the night under the same roof with our wives.
Sally doesn't know her own strength. And I bruise so easily.
Well, that's the only way to save your property.
I don't give a hang about the property. I just want Eve.
Then get busy. You may have a tough night of it, but it'll be worth it.
Oh, come on, Tubby. We only live once.
All right, I'll try. I'd rather go over Niagara Falls in a rumble seat.
Now, listen, here's what you do. You go to your room and wait for my... Well, here we are. Good night, Tubby, and good luck.
But, Charlie, how am I going to get in? You see, if Sally sees me sneaking in, she's liable to hit me with something.
Listen, I'll tell you what we do. You sneak around to the back of the bungalow. Then I'll ring the front doorbell. When she comes to the door, you climb in through the bedroom window, eh?
All right. This'll be the first time I ever climbed in a window. I've jumped out of a few.
Tom Martin.
I beg your pardon, but I'm looking for my wife.
How did you get in there?
I climbed in through the window.
How dare you come in here when I'm alone in bed?
But that's the way every devoted husband wishes to find his wife. Alone, in bed.
Well, now, you just get right out of here. I want to read.
Eve. I'm the most miserable man in the world.
Yes, well, just keep on being miserable, but get off my foot.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, goodbye.
Goodbye. Don't slam the door.
Eve, are you going to send me out of your life without even one little kiss?
I certainly am.
Why, this may be our last meeting. Won't you give me a memory? Just one last sweet memory?
No.
Won't you even let me kiss the little hollow in your elbow?
Oh, Martin, are you crazy?
Well, that isn't asking too much. Just a little hollow in your elbow.
Well, all right.